With Jalen Brunson's historic contract extension in the books and completed, all eyes turn to Mikal Bridges and his contract extension with the Knicks, which he can sign next summer. According to multiple reports, Mikal Bridges is potentially going to follow the same path as Jalen Brunson, because these reports indicate that when Mikal Bridges can sign an extension with the Knicks, he's going to do so at a significant discount. We're going to break down these latest reports and so much more today. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. And make sure you have notifications turned on so you don't miss a second of the new content. And now, let's get started. Major update on Mikal Bridges' contract extension with New York. Jalen Brunson is a leader in so many ways for the Knicks, but what he did recently, taking a 4-year, $156.5 million contract extension with the Knicks, sacrificing almost $113 million of guaranteed money, leaving that on the table so he can give New York an unbelievable amount of flexibility moving forward to help this roster, make this roster better so it can compete for a championship. That is another level of leadership that we've never seen in the NBA. You put any other superstar in Jalen Brunson's shoes at that point in time, they likely take the money. They likely wait till next year and sign a massive contract extension. But Jalen Brunson has never been built that way. He doesn't know how to do things like that. All he knows how to do is win, sacrifice, and help his team get better. And because of what he did, now other stars that we have on this team are likely going to follow his path, including one of his very good friends, Mikal Bridges. Let's break down these latest reports about Mikal and his contract extension that he can sign with the Knicks starting next summer. According to Evan Cedardy from Sports Illustrated, he gives us the following information after Jalen Brunson signed that contract extension. According to him, with Jalen Brunson's record-setting bargain extension complete, the strong expectation is Mikal Bridges will also take a discount on his upcoming new long-term deal with the Knicks. The Villanova duo will be setting up New York to be a championship contender for years to come. And according to Yossi Gozlan, he states that Mikal Bridges will also become eligible to extend for 4 years, $156 million starting next summer. If he accepts, it would be another significant sub-max contract that could help further extend the Knicks' window into the end of the decade in terms of trying to compete and win a championship. And shout out to Ian Bagley for giving us the following information on why Jalen Brunson signed that extension in the first place. According to Bagley, he states, one big motivating factor for Brunson in all of this was he wanted to put the Knicks in the best position possible to build out this roster as they chase a championship. And if Brunson is doing this, you can best believe his good buddy in Mikal Bridges is going to do the exact same thing and likely take less, stay with the Knicks, and keep the Knicks competitive. So that way they can go out there each and every year and try to win that championship. You have to love players like this, and you have to love that the Knicks have multiple players that are not thinking about themselves at this point in time. They're thinking about the Knicks and how they can make this team get better moving forward. And taking less money is a way to do that. Jalen has done that. Randall did it in the past. He's likely going to do it again. And Mikal Bridges, by every single report that we have here, is likely going to do the same thing. When your superstar does this, other players are likely going to follow suit. When Jalen Brunson signed that contract extension with the Knicks, it was not only historic, it was not only surprising, it sent a clear message to the entire NBA, especially from Jalen Brunson. All I want is to win. And if I need to sacrifice in order to do that, I am going to do that. When your superstar point guard does that, it makes everybody else on your team want to do the exact same thing. When you see Jalen Brunson do it, and you have a contract extension coming up, and you're Julius Randle, or you're Mikal Bridges, or you're another player on this team, because you saw Jalen Brunson sacrifice and do this to keep the team together, so that way we can chase a championship for a lot more years, you want to go ahead and support that as well too. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen moving forward. Because if other players on this team are going to do the exact same thing as Jalen Brunson, then that means the Knicks are going to have even more flexibility moving forward so they can add more impactful players to this team. Players that can help us get over the hump, become championship contenders each and every year. Give us a shot. Give us one chance to go all the way there and potentially win it all. Bring a trophy home to New York and make sure that parade goes on forever. Because if you break the drought and bring a championship to New York, you're not only going to be a legend in New York, you're going to be remembered as an NBA legend for your entire career. Because doing that for the city of New York, a place that has not seen a championship in 50 plus years, that changes everything for the Knicks, New York, and the NBA. And everybody is going to praise you for that. Even if this is the only championship you ever win, it's going to mean something and it's going to matter as if you won multiple championships. Winning one title in New York matters that much. And when it happens, everybody's going to understand why. I'm saying when it happens because we finally have the roster in place to make a championship title happen for New York. Mikal and OG, the defensive wing duo you never want to see. The head of the snake, Jalen Brunson. You can't stop him offensively. And then Julius Randle, our three-time All-Star. Bully ball Randle inside the paint, drawing 2 or 3 defenders. I'm sorry. Every time I think about this Knicks team, what they can do, who they can guard against, it blows my mind. It's insanity. Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson, all together, all on the same team, all as of right now, starting together. Can you understand the insanity of that? Do you understand why I say the Knicks are going to run through the league? It's because they have a roster complete with those guys. Guys who are willing to sacrifice, who know their role, and just want to win regardless of anything. When you have multiple players like that on your team, it influences everybody else playing for you. They also buy in, and then what do you have? A championship mindset and a championship culture. Those are the things that you create when you have these things going on in your organization. When you have a player like Jalen Brunson playing point guard for you, making the sacrifices necessary for your team. With him doing this, I anticipate every single New York Knicks player moving forward doing the exact same thing. Everybody on the Knicks wants the same goal. They want a championship. They know this team right now gives them the best opportunity to do so. And if everybody knows that, then everybody's going to be willing to take a little bit less to keep this team together for the long run so we can win a title. Each and every year, this team remains active, together, and healthy. We have a chance to go all the way. Brunson signing, great move. But now the fallout, the consequences of that decision from Jalen Brunson is now leading to further good moves. And that's all you can ask for. I'm so hyped that this Knicks team is looking like they're going to stay together for many years, because that gives the Knicks an even bigger window to win a championship. And that's all you can ask for. I can't wait to see what happens moving forward, but I know this Knicks team is going to be extremely competitive and be a top team in the Eastern Conference come next season. And if they get all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals and they made the right moves and additions as we continue to move forward in this offseason, we can go all the way to the NBA Finals. And once we get there, anything can happen. And I want to see, when pushed and tested, what this Knicks roster can do. But what about you guys? What do you think about potentially Mikal Bridges taking less when next summer comes and he can sign that contract extension with the Knicks? Let me know in the comments below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below, And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knick fans. Peace.